All right, so now 3 games left in the season. How do you approach one game at a time from here on out? That's what I mean, sorry.
It's tough, right? We talked before this weekend how tough of an opponent Albany would be, and you know how hard they play, and they've played us really well the last couple of years. But we liked the position we were in. We felt like we were in a spot where we, to some degree, controlled our own destiny. We won games and took care of business. We'd be fine. Now, we still do to some extent, but obviously the hill is much steeper and the climb is going to be much more difficult. So, ultimately, got to make a decision about how we want to end the season. Do we want to fight? And we tend to play better against better competition. Not taking anything away from Albany. They completely outplayed, outcoached, out everythinged us this weekend. But NJIT is a little bit higher up in the standings, and we've done better against those teams somehow. So yeah, we got to find a way to bounce back and just continue to grind and practice and get ready.
What has to change? You said didn't take care of business. What business didn't we take care of that we've got to take care of?
And here's the message I just told those guys out there. I said, if we don't do and this is something we've said the whole year, like if we don't do 3 specific things really well, it's going to be really hard to win. We got to throw strikes, command our fastball in the strike zone. We got to be able to make the routine play defensively, and we got to put the ball in play with 2 strikes and avoid striking out. And part of that is we have to do damage on fastballs. We get fastballs and it feels like we're always late or not on time, or we take them, we put ourselves in bad counts. I won't single anybody out, but there was a couple different instances in this game where it was like, take a fastball for a strike, and we swing it an uncompetitive off-speed pitch, and all of a sudden we're down 0-2. It's a really tough place to be. Obviously, again, outfield play wasn't great again today. And that's been a theme all winter, or all spring rather, is we haven't been able to play solid outfield defense, and it leads to runs. From a pitching side of things, we're trying to command the ball to our glove side or the outer half to right-handed hitters, and we hit guys, or we don't command the pitch competitively, and then guys are on base, we don't do a good job of holding runners.
Which leads us to the starting pitcher that unfortunately got you in trouble right off the bat.
Yeah, he just wasn't good enough, and he knows it. I thought, like I said before I got into all the things I want to improve on with the team, I said Miles and Jake, you guys were great. You guys were awesome. From a bullpen standpoint, you gave up 1 run in 7 innings. Really good. But yeah, you need more from your starting pitcher there, and it's just it's been a struggle all year.
Do you believe these guys are capable of, as you said, taking care of business? Do you believe in them? Can they do it?
Yeah, of course. Of course I do. Because I think they're a good group. I think they care. I think they're tough. It's just, when your foot's to the fire and there's adversity, what do you want to do? Do you want to press and let the moment get too big on you and speed up on you, or do you want to fall back on your coaching and what I'm trying to tell you and simplify things? And it was a great example I brought up to the team after, like Feremi, their leadoff guy. Just such a good 2-strike at bat that ends up leading to a run for them. He's down 2 strikes. He gets a soft pitch on the outer half, which is what we tell our guys to be prepared for. He stays simple, he stays balanced, he hits a single up the middle, he ends up scoring because he got a 2-strike hit. And then McAllister got a 2-out RBI. And for us, it's like we get to 2 strikes and it's just, there's none of that. It's a lot of uncompetitive swings and super defensive, and or we just take the same swing we took 0-0, 1-0. It doesn't look any different.
I was counting. There were 14 outs that were either lazy fly balls or pop-ups in the infield, and most of them came very early in the count. What were they doing that made it so difficult to us that we're just hitting it out into the great nowhere?
We're just not on time. We're not on time, and we've never, we're not a launch team. We don't want to swing uphill. We don't ever preach that. It's just when you have lazy fly balls like that, it's just because your timing's not there. Your barrel's getting through the zone. Mostly, if it's a lazy fly ball, you're through the zone too early, and if it's a weak fisted fly ball, you're obviously late. So, we had a really good opportunity with runners on scoring, with 2 runners on, middle of our order up, 2-0 count, and we kind of got a really defensive 2-0 swing on a fastball, which it's really hard to be successful when you do stuff like that.
Now you've got an interesting part of the schedule, 5 straight non-conference games. If the line hasn't been drawn in the sand, it's got to be drawn now.
Yeah. I think we're going to try to find out really who we want to go with the last 3 games of the year over the course of the next 5 non-conference games. Like what guys are going to be, the most coachable, the most tough, the best at handling adversity, and give us an opportunity to try to beat NJIT.
So this is about now. It's not about wins the next 5, let's say. It's about finding out who you want in the trench next year.
I mean, yeah, but it's about playing winning baseball.
You want to win. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm saying you're still trying to figure out, because you've had a number of injuries, you're trying to figure out who your starting 9 is.
Yeah, and that's the other thing we've talked about. Like, it's injuries are a part of it for everybody. We're every team in the country has injuries,
And you're not going to get sympathy for it.
no, of course not, nor should we. And that's why the message has always been, it takes 35 guys, or however many you have on your roster. Some of the best teams I've ever been a part of are guys that don't get a ton of opportunity early on, but they stay prepared, they stay ready. When injuries do pop up and they get their chance, they're ready to go, and they take advantage of it. And we've had some of those opportunities this year, and guys just have not been able to take advantage of the opportunity.
As you look at America East, and you've got just 3 conference games left, anything surprise you?
No, I knew Maine would bounce back. They're well coached, really talented team. You obviously know Bryant's going to be really good, well coached. Even like Albany, like they came in today at the bottom of the conference. They're not anymore, but it's exactly what you're going to get with them. They're going to get, you're so gritty, so tough, disciplined. They play the game the right way. You just know what you're going to get. So I think obviously the big surprise is I'm disappointed in how we've played. I'm disappointed in what we've been able to do.
Or not.
Right.
Been able to do it.
Right. Good.
Thank you.
Right, guys.